You're now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show.
Since the whole George Floyd thing, the industry is trying to kind of like regulate to the degree where if there's an actor, of colour, if that's the person in the script, you have to use an actor of colour. So that might have been one of the opportunities, because you can't no longer get a white person and paint them black and portray it as that. I'm sure it still goes on, but they're trying to change the industry. So for that reason, maybe that's opened up some opportunities for me, and I don't mind that, because it kind of like I'm sticking to my acting, but I'm still picking up stunt work. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah. I love your honesty there, though, because I think a lot of people can get quite anti that, I obviously from different backgrounds. But for me, when I first started speaking, I would be the only female speaker in the event. And some people would come up to me in the audience and go, how do you feel like the fact they only picked you because you're a woman?
Yeah.
And I say, but Shah, I don't care why they picked me, as long as they keep picking me and I show them why they should keep working with me, right? And so I'm curious from your perspective, like, what is your thoughts on the fact that, they are, trying to tick a box to be legit, but also it's for the right reasons, right? Because it's important that there are people like us being seen to show other people that it's possible.
Yeah, I think it's quite important, especially in, if you've got a skill, it doesn't matter if you're man, woman, trans, whatever, if you can do a good job at what you're doing, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's always debates on certain platforms on Facebook and whatnot where people are sort of talking about the fact that, should a black person play the role of a black person, etc. I mean, yes, that makes sense when you're talking common sense, but can a straight actor play a role of, I don't know, maybe someone who's gay? If that casting director, if they're happy to play that part, and that casting director is happy with their auditions, and the director's happy with that, go for it. Do what you think is right. Don't let anything stop you. Me personally, I might not be able to play that role, for reasons which are personal to myself. Nothing against it whatsoever, but purely talking about that. I'm just giving an example of like how so if someone's not fit for something, they may be fit for it, but if they've got the skill set and they can follow the direction and people of what people want, why not? Don't ever be scared to apply for roles. I'm just talking from acting, because there's I always see it where people are not sure and they're always doubting themselves, because one thing I learned is I was always that guy. I was very a bit of an introvert. I wouldn't really kind of speak up as such. It was never like 3-4 years ago. This was like never. I would never do it. And I just didn't have that confidence. I wouldn't be able to like sit here and speak to you. I'd be a bag of nerves. I would. But the last 4 years since being in the profession, I suppose I tell a lie, because in a way, sometimes I was interviewed immediately after a fight, and I'd have to hold my own together. But I'd just about get through that. But I wouldn't be able to do this. But the point I'm trying to make is, people should like really open themselves up to like a lot more. Hence the reason why I won't rule out the fact of auditioning for commercials, as I have done this morning. Theatre, voiceover work. It's such a big world out there, and if you're not going to celebrate your small successes, people won't know. No matter what you've done or you are planning to do, shout about it. Even if it's the smallest of thing, you might get people who roll their eyes at what you're saying and what you're doing, but you know what, screw them. And give them the middle finger. Don't care. As a matter of fact, do it for that reason. Show them, listen, I'm going to be the reason why you're going to be talking about me. Whether you fail or succeed, just do it. And I made my mind up probably midway towards like when I was finishing up my MMA. I thought, you know what? I'm at a point now where I don't care about what people think about me. I was selfish as it was, right? But now I'm going to show people. I refuse to kind of put myself in a culture where I worry about what people think about me, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And that's what it was. Whether the South Asian community, people might think, oh, he's a father. Is this guy going through a midlife crisis? What is wrong with him? Why is he gone from MMA, which is extreme, to now movies and films and that and stunts? And what's wrong with him? He's not feeling well. I remember, my mum, like, I said to my mum years ago, I said, Mum, I'm feeling a bit depressed and whatnot, a bit stressed. I wasn't depressed. And her thing would be, have a paracetamol, that will sort your depression out. It just shows you that people don't always know, only you know what you're doing. And if you're going to fail, you're going to fail. It's going to be a lesson learned. But that's been my policy all along, and that's what I believe in. And